That's any disrespect. You will be off my channel ASAP. Let's get members. I hope everybody's having a bright sunny day. Gonna be a bright. Okay. We're on today is Monday, March 9th, 2026. And what time is it? It is 3:35 p.m. So we're gonna do this a little bit different. We're in that Scorpio energy, death transformation. So today you should be focusing, doing a little reflection, and then doing, healing from it and moving on. Basically. So we're gonna do this a little bit different. Okay. I'm gonna get the oracle cards out, the goddesses oracle cards first, and then we're gonna go to I gotta find me some men oracle cards. That pollen out here, y'all. Ooh, that pollen is strong. Give me some cards. I see one card not supposed to be in there, just the other oracle cards. Alright. Yemiya. Some about storms. Okay, we got Shine. 32. Mama, the Jamba. Okay, something about manifesting, something about seeing the light. Okay, something about healing, getting in alignment. This could be like showing gratitude to your ancestors, spirit guides. You're gonna be guided. Something's gonna guide. You could have seen a recent weird, odd looking tree. I think that was your spirit guides trying to speak with you. It's an odd tree. You might see it. You might be going. Somebody might be making collard greens. You might like collard greens, kale, and something like that. Something like to start buying kale and some type of what's those fruits? Those I used to call them Chinese apples. So it's talking about kale and Chinese apples. Get the seeds out of the Chinese apple and start drinking that kale and some type of condiment. Is that what it is? Apple. Okay, and then we have good juju, because this is going to bring good juju mostly inside, and I'm seeing something in there too. Like, this could be the weighing of the scales too. Okay. Yeah, reflection. This is a time of reflection. Light your candles, you could reflect, something like that. 7. Divine Marie Laveau, good juju. Shine. So you're about to be shining. You're gonna have good juju. Something's about to bring in some manifestations. If you see a tree and it looks odd, make sure you go sit by that tree. That's like your ancestor, your spirit guides. I'm gonna just say ancestors trying to contact you. If you see an odd tree, you walk by, look, Marie Laveau. You could be connected to Marie Laveau. This is them in that tree. I'm trying to tell you, see how she blended into the tree? So you're going to see some odd tree. You need to go sit by it. Okay, radical rebirth. It's something about dark night and soul, having a radical rebirth. Okay, getting in alignment and healing. See the torchlight? Okay, see the torchlight? You be in the light, shine. 5. Okay, so these are numbers 32, 7, 5. You be seeing these numbers. Okay, you be seeing 555 a lot. Let's go. We have 30. Mommy Watson, naked. We had that earlier for the collector's read. So it's something about just feeling relaxed. So somehow after you go past this tree, you sit by this tree, your ancestors sitting right there with you. Like, this tree gonna be calling you because it's gonna look kind of odd. And this is where you get your good juju from. And it's like grounding, radical rebirth. You're getting grounded for a radical rebirth, okay? And naked. And then just feeling relaxed, comfortable. When Saturn returns, when this retrograde is going on, and then we got seasons, okay? We got seasons and seasons. 8. I'm seeing 888, a manifestation's coming in, rebirth, you ain't got to worry about a reset. See the 1? So far we got 32 sevens, 5, 31. Okay? Give me some more. So you coming in your seasons of good juju. Radical rebirth. This is after you see this tree. It's a tree. It's a tree. Awakening is on that one. Yimmy. Who is that? Yimmy guy. Look. So we got Yimmy guy on this one. A rebirth. Radical rebirth. We got Yimmy guy on this one. See that? And some like Orishas. If you worship Orishas, Nigerian bloodline, you know, this is both. You see the sun right in back of the sun children. You see this? A glow up. I just hear a glow up. After you get grounded with this tree. What is this? Okay. Down. Oshun, fearless love. That's another Orisha. Mommy Wasa is another Orisha. Okay, so Oshun, yeah, a glow up. Okay? You could be thinking about going natural, you know. It don't matter your race, you know, taking the perm out your hair, going natural, going back straight, you know, keeping your hair color or something like that. You're going to be attracting, like, it's like honey, bees to honey. You're going to be attracting a lot. Good juju is what I'm getting. Everything I touch turns to gold. Hey, sugar, I got the Midas. So somebody got to go to Midas, get an oil change. Somebody got to go get an oil change at Midas. You might attract somebody there. If you're a woman, you know, you got to go to Midas to get an oil change. You're going to meet somebody there. Look, the sun, like I said, something's exposing. Seasons. Radical rebirth. People gonna see it on you. Okay, alchemy. Something about the occult. Queen Nefertiti. Getting in alignment. Okay. In between realms. Getting your hidden knowledge. Okay. Bringing in that good juju, that sun energy. I know that's right. Radical rebirth is like more confident, more energy. Like, oh, I ain't never feel like this before. So it's something about that tree. George of the jungle. Somebody named George. Watch out for that tree. I just heard that. Yeah, you're in alignment. You could be going to a costume party, an all-white affair this spring. You're going to be invited to an all-white affair. And you ask me, should go? Yes. But you're going to be having a lot of people, like, spotlight. Like, people going to be looking at you hard for some reason. Whew. Okay. Live out loud. You're just going to be living out loud. Freedom. That's just going to be like the Queen of Wands energy. 31. So we got 25, 38, and then 31. Okay? So, yeah, living out loud. Shedding old skin, because I see the mask coming on. You know, shedding a lot of old skin. A lot of, it's something about tribal music. It's something about tribal music or something like Yasigi. Okay, this is also Orisha. Okay, it's a lot of Orishas out here for some reason. So maybe you got Nigerian bloodline or something like that. And they want to talk to you. Whoever your bloodline is, they want to speak to you by a tree. It's an odd looking tree. You're just gonna walk past and you're gonna know something odd about this tree. All you need to do is go sit by it and, you know, get grounded. You know, that could be meditation or that could just be like just sitting there. 32 minutes. Because that's on 32. And it's something about, you're going to get uploads about juicing kale. Something about kale and pomegranates. Something like that. Then you're going to start living out loud. Or maybe you should go drink it by this tree. Okay? So something about getting in alignment, grounded, rebirth, something like lighting candles, okay? Manifestations, good juju, reflecting, and reflecting, something about reflecting. See all them candles and see the mirrors? Reflecting the past and bringing something new. Okay, releasing. That is Scorpio. You got Scorpio in your chart. You have Scorpio in your chart. Okay. Self-sabotage. This is in reverse. So you won't shed no skin. Then I say shed no skin, so you won't self-sabotage. Okay? That's Mamba Lamba. So this ancestor don't want you to self-sabotage no more. They want you just to go ahead on your path without self-sabotaging yourself, making the right decisions. You see the moon goddess right there, listening to your intuition. So you might be listening to your intuition now that this lunar eclipse or the next full moon, before the next full moon, you might see this tree. It's something about self-sabotaging, okay? We got Wounded Healer. Hey, guess who this is? Guess who this is, y'all? I bet you can't guess who this is. Some about red, some about sacrificing, making sacrifices. Made a lot of sacrifices. Made a lot of sacrifices. Getting in alignment with the stars. You're grounded. You're getting in alignment. A lot of hidden knowledge. So that would be, who would that be in the middle of there? That's Horus. So something about at night. Something about the full moon, Sakemic. I know that's right. Wounded Healer. Letting go of the past. They don't want you to self-sabotage. You're just a wounded healer. You got wounded, but you're a wounded healer. That would be the nine of, what's that? The nine of wands. You're a wounded healer. You got a lot of knowledge and wisdom from it, though. You know, you're a high priestess. You ain't taking no shit either. And also, like I said, look, accepted in the spiritual realms, you're a high-ranking being. You know, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. If they do, then, you know, it is what it is. You can allow people to fuck with you. You don't have to seek revenge. You're just a wounded healer. Your ancestors are gonna help you out in that. You know, they can do that but so long. You know, Mass, Jubilee, 18. It's something about a derby. Didn't I say an all-white affair too? Now you just going to pure white noble. You was in this energy right here, you know, but don't get it fucked up. Look at here, you know. So you've been masked from these people. Like people didn't know that you was, you know, highly sought out in the spiritual realm. They didn't know who you was, that you was pure, noble, highly sought out. So a lot of people was wearing masks around you. I guess they're figuring out now. Or you was cloaked from these people. That's what I'm getting. You was cloaked from these people, masked. You was masked up. You was cloaked. Like people try to play you as a nut, you know, a bamboo. You know, they try to play you as a nut, like, you know, you a bamboo or something. They didn't know this was behind. This was all behind you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you sort out having hidden knowledge. Look. Now you got a soulmate coming in. Okay? Cosmic power. Mama, what's that? Mama Lisa. You might not like. You might got a hanger of Mona Lisa because I heard Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. So you might be seeing 222 a lot. Y'all two has been masked up each other. Like I heard right in front of your face. Y'all two has been masked up in front of people. So both of y'all people karma. Yeah, but you got a lot of wisdom. You have to gain wisdom first and intuition, using your intuition and wisdom. Ashe, Yah, joy. So, you know how they say joy coming in the morning. Something about the solar retrograde. I'm seeing Mars, and I'm seeing that's soul. That would be soul. Yeah, y'all coming together. Look. Y'all are pulling together, coming together. You know what I'm saying? To make a divine child. Or this could be a rebirth. If you're too older, you're too older to have a child right now, you're just having a rebirth. Joy. You know how when you have a baby, you know, and it brings a joy, you know, yeah. When you first hold them in your arms, it's like this is you being rebirthed again. You're looking at yourself, reflecting. You're looking at yourself having a rebirth. I know that's right. And now look, you got brazen. Overflowing manifestations, and I'm seeing 17. A lot of fruit that was 16 to 17. A lot of things coming in, ships coming in. You know, you might be thinking about traveling or something like that. You might be thinking about growing fruits, vegetables, things like that. You're gonna be feeling good doing this too. Like you might be start getting on a vegan. You might be starting being a vegan, or just putting. Maybe it's telling you to like fast for a while with fruits and vegetables. Just juicing because I see the water and then I see the fruit. I'm feeling the good vibrations. I just heard that. Yeah. So you can manifest. Look at all that water. See all those fountains of water overflowing, just feeling good. I know that's right. A lot. You bringing in a lot. After this rebirth. And this is before you meet this person. Because I see them separated now. So this is something that you can be doing on your own. You got to get in this good vibration first. And not be, healing. Fruits and vegetables heal. Inside out. You got to be in this energy. You're a wounded healer. Like, don't mess with me. I know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I know I'll cloak for your karma. Yeah. I'm your karma. So, like, I'm seeing all these different dresses and things like that. You might try new styles this summer, this spring. You'll start trying new styles and things like that. Hairstyles, clothing. I see velvet. Somebody could like a lot of velvet. You might be a designer. I like this outfit right here. I don't care. If I could find this outfit, I would wear this. I would wear the hell out of this, even though I'm short. But you see how she got them lace boots all the way up there like that? Get it, Sakimi? And she got this velvet, and look how that outfit look. So if you could sew that, if you could, make that, man. I'm telling you. And then she got the boots, the strings. Well, she barefooted, but she got the legs leaning out. I know that's right, bad as hell. Bad and bougie. I know that's right. I heard bad and bougie. But it's about, y'all gonna be starting different styles. So you know your worthiness, because this was you probably didn't know your worthiness. You didn't know the T on your worthiness. You didn't know you was part of a royal bloodline. Like people wasn't pouring into you like they supposed to, or you wasn't pouring into yourself. See all them cuts? You wasn't pouring into yourself. I ain't counting all them cuts. It could be years you wasn't pouring into yourself. And now it's time to pour into yourself and get into alignment with that Queen Nefertiti right there. A rebirth. Time for a radical rebirth season. Secrets revealed. Now the secrets are revealed who you are. Okay, Queen Sheba. People ain't know who you are. Now the secrets is being revealed or about to be revealed. You see that sun back there? Exposure. Who you are. You didn't know the T, but other people know. Oh yeah, they come to a realization about that. Manifestation. Malachi T. 9. The end of that cycle, the snake season, and now look. The storm is over. You told the storm. I heard somebody saying that gospel song. I told the storm. I told the storm. I told the storm. I keep hearing that song. Okay, so somebody like mints when they go to church. They be bringing a whole bunch of mints when they go to church. 9. So it's the ending of that cycle. The storm. It ended. The snake season, you see this is in reverse. The snake season has ended. And now we do got the train. Yeah, that's that fast movement right there. You see how fast the train moving? With all them vegetables and manifestations and fruits and vegetables. And so when you grow vegetables, the soil is going to grow fast just by your hands. Just by your hands alone. The Midas touch. I heard the Midas touch. So the storm is over. The storm is over. I heard the storm is over now. Okay. After betrayal, child, all them spiders, all them witches, warlocks, energy vampires suck your blood dry. I see a fly out of this too. I see a spider and a fly. You see the fly? I see a spider just, they kept, trying to give you attach eggs to you for them to hatch. So you got liberation. So you stood up. You the wounded healer, but you stood up, and now, just be yourself. Pure, noble. You see all the flowers around you growing, you know what I mean? And then right on her head, she has, the crown. It's like, you might need to cover your crown during this retrograde. It makes you feel better, trust me. But some of y'all, you might can't sleep a little bit. Like you be up 37. So we got 14, 36, 9, 37. And then we got Aunt Nancy. Whew. And back of all this. So this all the way back. You know, self-sabotage. They were trying to get you to self-sabotage this Aunt Nancy. Child, Jimmy y'all. This not even supposed to be in there. There we go with Jimmy y'all again. Is Jimmy y'all out here? That's Oshun. Okay, no, we don't have, but it did come out earlier. I think it was in that other card. Oh, right here. Fell on the floor. Jimmy y'all, Jimmy y'all. Might always take these out. This says 40. Okay, Jimmy y'all, awakening. That's what I'm saying. A rebirth. Woo, these people out your energy. Look at all that water. See this murky water right here? You're not in that season no more. You're not in that swampy, dirty ass water no more. You shed old skin. See, healing. Got in alignment, got in your intuition. You on point. And like I said, you was masked up. You was masked up. You was people karma. And this is only because you didn't know your worthiness. They knew, but you didn't know. Especially when they get in that Aunt Nancy shit, they be knowing. Now you got your awakening, the rebirth. You know who you are. You know, awakening. And what's this? And this is Yemiya, 194. You want to play the number? The goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean that creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. So you gave birth to what exists within you, which is you're somebody karma. You're you are the light, and you a wounded healer. You know, you just had to shed all this, that Aunt Nancy stuff, that them eggs or whatever. You see the egg? Look, they kept planting eggs on you, but they didn't know who you was. You was master. Look how you smiling, like yeah, okay. So basically, you was cloaked. Now you about to have your rebirth. You out of the murky waters. Look how clean that and refreshing that water. You probably started taking your spiritual showers. I know that's right. Many of y'all came out here twice. So you could be Nigerian descent. Oh, you got Yemi y'all. Who all out here? We got Mommy Wata. We got Yemi y'all. Shun. And you got these people over your head. Woo, and then you got ancient, so you got Orishas mixed in with ancient Kemet. This is all your bloodline. You got, so this would be, this is still Nigerian. I see a gatherer. They used to call them gatherers. No, this could be just slavery, back in slavery. So this is the ancestor from slavery. This is a Nigerian ancestor. You got ancient Kemet, which is Queen Sheba, Nefertiti. Wow, Ashun. You got Mommy Wata. You got Mommy Marie LeBeau. And Marie LeBeau is very, very powerful. She did not play, okay? And these are all the ancestors trying to tell you. We don't want you to self-sabotage, and we want you to know your worth. Yes, you had to get wounded and hurt. But stand in your power, be a warrior. Now you're a warrior. Now you came up in the ranks. Look, you came up in the ranks to get in alignment to get your crown. So now just get ready for your manifestations. You see the crowns? Look, head covering. Look, everybody got a crown on. No matter which way you look at it, everybody got a crown on. Look at the crown. Look at the crown. Even though Shun got a crown. See all that stuff in her hair? Whatever that is, gold crown. Look, Marie LeBeau got a crown. Mama Dubo got a crown. So somebody receiving your crown. Look, Maya Nahanta. So this was a hunter. Yeah, you was out here hunting these evil demons down. Look at this. This person even got a crown. Everybody got a crown. Look, she got a seashell crown. She was feeling relaxed in her crown. Like everybody had the bell. You probably had a bell over your eyes. People that couldn't see. People couldn't see you for who you was, or you couldn't see yourself. You had a veil over your eyes. That's what I'm getting, but that veil has been lifted of who you are. Maybe other people saw who you was. You didn't know your worth. Oh yeah, this is ooh, and this could have something to do with your other counterpart. They could be awakening too at this time. Cosmic power. So somebody, the alignments, everybody got a crown. I'm just noticing that everybody. So they're saying you got your crown, brazen, get ready for your awakening and rebirth. That's what I'm getting. And start knowing your worth. And you should be happy. Even she got a crown on. She probably know the belt. See the belt off her face now? So now it's no, ain't no substitute. We already know who we are. Everybody got a crown. You get a crown. I get a crown. Everybody get a crown. Look, ain't no more illusions either. Ain't no more self-sabotage either. There's no way you can self-sabotage. Somebody was planting seeds. That's what I'm getting with that Aunt Nancy. A doubt. You know, a spider. And I'm also getting a monitoring spirit because I'm seeing this fly with the spider. So somebody planted a seed. You know how a spider can have 1,000 babies at one time. 1,000 babies. So it's like something about 1,000 demons. So you could afford 1,000 demons without even knowing it. You wounded, but you stood your ground. I see the gatherer, liberation. You stood in your power. So now it's like golden moments. I heard golden moments. Yeah, speak up. 33, that's what you mastered, telling the truth. Speaking up. And see her with the vegetables. Okay? And see all the women behind her. She even got a comb, like a pick in her hair. So that's her crown. So it's something about different seasons, different, you know, affair, not affairs, but attire. And this is a high priestess because it's balance and justice. She got the columns. Stood on her own, liberation. But look at the towers. They balance. Balance and justice. Had to be the high priestess and the high priest. Maya. Light as a feather. Had to go do the wicked shit, but you weighed them scales out. I know that's right. And you get a rose. Yeah. But you weighed them scales out. You came out light as a feather. Pure, noble. 10 endings. So this cycle is ending. Harvest. So that way you can receive your harvest. I know that's right. Giving and receiving. Now I'm Marie Laveau's about to give. Not Marie Laveau. Why I keep mentioning her? But my yacht. The universe. She even got a crown as a feather. So you light as a feather. You receive your crown as light as a feather. You have to stand your liberation. You have to fight thousands of demons. I heard thousands. That's that Aunt Nancy. 1,000. Because them spiders can lay, you know, they can lay one egg, but 1,000 spiders come out of them. So you was fighting a battle against dark principalities. What I'm getting out of that, apocalypse. The time of Revelations, which is apocalypse, means apocalypse. And if you know anything about that demon in the dark, you know, if you know anything about that demon, apocalypse, it's a snake. It's a snake. It's the worst demon. It's a chaos demon. So you hit your last demon. That's what I'm saying. Self-sabotage. You did not self-sabotage. Even though this demon wanted you to be in murky waters and self-sabotage, you did not. You're not in murky water. Actually, you refreshed that water. You know, you came out clean on the other side, awakening. Yeah, that water is not murky. So you cleared all these demons out is what I'm getting. The last demon was a big demon. Revelation, apocalypse. Can you imagine you don't even know how you did it? That was the big demon. You went through all them other demons, you know, 999 demons. But when you got to this one, the one that wanted you to be depressed, be in a mental hospital, whatever this is, or take yourself out, or whatever they wanted you to do, you beat this demon. And I'm getting that whoever was supposed to be this demon in your life, as far as flesh, they didn't know. They knew who you was, but you didn't. You didn't know your worth. That's what this is, because this says self-sabotage. That's why they want you to self-sabotage. sabotage, like take yourself out. This demon actually wanted you to take yourself out. That was the last demon in the snake season. But you survived the apocalypse. Wow. Let me show you who I am actually talking about. This is an ancient Kemet. Ooh, Lord. Why am I picking that up? That's crazy. So you weighed out the scales. You did not get wicked. You didn't have to do no revenge. You did not go do no dark magic. You did not do so. You weighed the scales out perfectly. You fought. You spoke up. But you ain't go seek revenge. And you know when you speak the truth, the devil shall flee. So let me show you this apocalypse. What I'm talking about. And you can go look it up. Amut, devastation. That's what I'm saying. That's that demon right there. Look. So if you broke generational curses or anything like that, season 9 of the snake, and you see that say 33, you mastered that. The season of the snake, you mastered it. This was your last demon to fight. This demon was going hard too. You know it. This demon was going hard on you, man. Where is it? That demon was going hard. Wasn't playing no games. Amut, devastation. So this is all about weighing out the scales. Test to see what you get wicked. Along with the demon, or was you going to stay noble, pure noble, and get your feather, which will be your crown too also. I hope none of y'all, go out there and get, if y'all empaths, you ain't do nothing. You probably lit your candles, like I said, for protection. Good juju, protection. Make sure you had good protection around you and reflected on what was going on. Let me find this. Ooh, Lord. So, wow, 99. You know how they say I got 99 problems, but ain't one. You had 999 demons, and one was a real problem. During that snake season. Mercer, righteousness. So you stay righteous. Child, let me show you this. Taking you through all types of chaos. All types of, let me show you this. Woo. This is the one Ra and all the ancient, all the ancestors, you want to say all the ancestors, but all the ancient ancestors fight at sundown. From dusk to dawn. So it's like sundown. They go down there, fight this demon, and then go read the story and then come back up after they beat this demon. They don't get along. A lot of these ancestors did not get along, but when it comes to this demon, everybody fought. So Kemet, whoever, ISIS, everybody. It was upper and lower Egypt. They would beef. But one thing they would do together is come together. That means it take a lot of people to beat this demon right here. By sundown, everybody together, and everybody's, fighting this beast. Let me see. This beast had you on a roller coaster ride, trying to think you crazy. See that? See that demon? And you see the 8s? Over and over and over and over. See all them 8s? Over and over and over and over. Look. That's that demon right there. You see Ra looking at him? Got his eye on him. See that? Horus, Ra. This is Horus and Ra. That's one thing they did together. So your ancestors came together to help you defeat this demon. They showed you how to protect yourself with different color candles you needed to protect. Fuck what nobody say about candles. When a demon don't want you to light candles, you got to know the meaning. As long as you're not intentionally setting harm against people with those candles, it depends on your heart. If you're just using it for white magic, far as, reflecting or something like that, or relaxing, or the smell, or whatever this is, protection, You're going to need that, especially when you fighting a demon like that. I just showed you this demon. This demon was trying to say you crazy over and over and over and over and over. Kept doing it. So yeah, you had all your so it's basically the same story. You had all your ancestors from different bloodlines helping you, just like with Ra, because you are a sun child. Just like with Ra, okay, shining on you, you know, they didn't want you to self-sabotage. It's like you needed to be here. You're here for a reason. That's what they want to let you know. Look, Medusa, rage. Man, child, what? Set an intention, turn your ass to stone. You know, look at the full moon, completed. The full moon behind her head, she got her crown. Her crown is snakes or whatever. See what I'm saying? So what if they're whatever type of snake they are? What other thing could be the snake? Another snake? Child, look at that. Child, rapping on up in there. Something about the bloodline. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. Like dust. So we was to put this in. Look, dusk to dawn. Okay, if we was to put this light against, you know, the dark, let's go. They at night. This is the daytime. This is at night. We can say that's at night. That's at night. We can say that's day. This is night in reverse. This is at night. This is at night. This is in day. This is at night. This is at night. This is in day. This is in the day. This is in day. This is in day. This is at night. This is at night. So let's go. This will be day. This was the protector though. This was the one that's telling you, giving you insight on what to do, what candles to light, what intentions to set, when to reflect, you know, make your altar. You see the altar in the back of her, make your altar. Show gratitude to your ancestors because they was out here fighting, helping you fight. So this would be dark because I see the candles. So you like candles in the daytime too, but yeah. And then you have Allah, grief. You know what I'm saying? See the snake wrapped around her? You see it? This is at night, setting intentions. At night. That's what I'm saying. So in the doo-wop, they was fighting. So how many ancestors you have fighting in the daytime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. 11, 11. Communication. And what's that? What is 11, 11? Communication. 1, 1, 1, 1. New beginnings. To bring a new beginning. See? The sun. So when the sun go down, you see the sun going down, they were standing in their liberation. That's a warrior right there. They was in warrior mode. And then to dawn, dusk to dawn. And then you had one, that's tell you, at night, look at all these ancestors that was backing you up, fighting against this beast right here. Like, leave my, you know, alone. You know, they was down there. Look, I tell you, they was down there. Had their eyes set on this demon so you won't self-sabotage. So at night, you had 1, 2, 3, keeping these demons at bay in the day. Dusk to dawn. This will be in the daytime. Okay. So 12. So 12, 12. And this will be in the night. You have 1, 2, 3. This is in the daytime. 13. That's you need all this. What the hell? Why am I bringing all that up? Wrong ones. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there. So it is 11. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12 at night and 11 in the daytime. Rage. Raging against this damn chaos demon. I mean, they was fighting. They was battling. So you ever woke up and you felt tired? And when you awakened, you was like, ooh, for some reason I feel good. It's a shift. If you felt a shift, they was down there fighting. I'm trying to tell you, you probably felt like you was going to war, going to battle. you know, probably waking up with scratches on you and shit. Like, you know, you probably was like getting it in too long with them. Didn't even know it. But there is a tree. I'm going to just let you know. You're going to see it. You need to go sit by this tree. Your ancestors there. Like, show them gratitude. I guess they want you to show them gratitude. Maybe, you know, in the spring, summertime, go get you a glass of cold, you know, juicing with a pomegranate, because maybe that's what they like. Maybe that's what your ancestors like. Vegetables, because that probably gave them their strength. You know, energy. You know, kale and this pomegranate. It's like pomegranate. You know, that Chinese apple. You know, it might have a little bit of flowers around this tree or something like that, but you're going to notice it. This is them inside the tree. You know, everybody got their crowns. Some are pearls. You might find some pearls somewhere. You know, gold chain, something like that. But you're going to see them. It's going to look strange to you. It probably freak you out because you might see a face in the tree. You're going to see their arms stretched out like they try to give you a hug. It's something kind of with this tree. Their arms going to be stretching out. It's just going to look strange. You're going to see the face, and it's going to look like they're reaching to give you a hug. Go ahead and, you know, sit by this tree. I'm going to tell you. All right? So, 9. What number is this? 5. Changes. So you beat this demon, or your ancestors help you beat this demon. And I mean, that demon was going strong on your ass. It planted like, that was the last demon. It was 990. It was 999 demons. But you have one more, which is this one, to beat. And that was the toughest one, because you see, it's like a never-ending cycle. It kept going. Yeah, you know, maybe year after year after year. I'm not counting all them, you know, circles right there, but that's what I'm feeling. Woo-wee. Some of y'all might be at the end, you know, you might be right here, but the season of snake ended, what was that, February 17th? Okay? But you might be like right, you know, at this peak right here where it's like it's still going a little bit, you know, and then it got to wrap around, and then, you know, and then I showed you the other one. Then what happens? Look. Bam. See that? Looks like a cougar or something like that. I don't know, a leopard or cougar. Until it gets to the head. When it gets to the head, once you end it and it gets to the head, that's what I'm picking up. When it gets to the head, that's it. That's all she wrote. You know, you got to cut the snake off the head for the body to just drop. Woo, child. Things are going to get easier. I know that's right. Let's go. Ooh, some of y'all just made it. And when it gets to the head, you'll be able to, you know, break this curse, whatever it is. Because it's a curse. Lunar protector. Okay? Did I say something about this lunar moon that just passed? The moon's energy shields you with protective force. Trust in the guidance to find clarity during times of uncertainty. So this lunar moon, you was protected. They was just down there fighting. Dance of the galaxy. Now you can dance. Dance with the galaxy rhythm. Feel the universe pulse. And let it guide your soul's melody. So you like, this is retrograde and shit. This lunar eclipse and this retrograde that's going on. You need to get up and put yourself in high vibrational and don't just be laying there. Like I be in here dancing. I be in here jamming by myself to the point I'm sweating. And I'll get my ass back in the shower, take a spiritual shower, and take my ass to bed. So, spiritual circle. Your soul is connected to a circle of spirits. I told you, these are all the spirits that was fighting for your soul. That's why you got to show them gratitude. Okay, circle of spirits. Together you share a mission that unites your heart across time and space. So you connected to the cosmos. You already know that. Dance with the galaxy. Dance with your ancestors, man. Then you feel good. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care how you feeling that day. Take a spiritual shower and just dance. Mirror of the cosmos, and there we go with the reflection. Okay, you're mirroring the cosmos. The universe mirrors you. Look into its reflection to uncover your true essence. Now you know your worthiness. Now you know who you are, your true essence, who you are as a spiritual being. You know, dark and light. What I'm seeing, well balanced, path of miracles. Now you're going to your path of miracles with your ancestors. Look at them. Look at them. They're like, wow. See that snake? See the snake? See the thing? You have to make it all the way to the head. You know. Woo, that's what they was doing, fighting that battle. Trying to tell you. The magician is in the house. Hey, hello. I don't know what you're doing that for. Bye-bye. If you don't like me, why you like my channel? Anyway, bye-bye. See you later. See you, boo-boo. Stop hating. Congratulate. You know, I don't know why I do that. Hey, thank you. Receive that. Yes. That's a huge snake, and I had to fight it in the spirit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Staying prayed up and fasting and do it all. Thanks to my Lord, me. I know that's right. Been dancing out of nowhere lately. Yeah, I dance all the time. I'll get up. You know, I'll be sitting there chilling. Yes, extreme tired, scars and all. Yeah, you waking up with scars. You've been fighting, but I find myself doing this a lot, doing this Mercury retrograde. I'll just be laying there, and then I'll just be like, oh shit. The next thing I know, I'm turning on Juicy J. I'm in here dancing all night. That's why I be mentioning Juicy J, because I'll be listening to Juicy J, Six Santana. There's a lot of Jeezy, a lot of them coming out with some new music. Who's the other one? Cardi B. I be listening to Cardi B new songs. I never heard her album like that, so I be listening. I got songs that I like about, you know, some songs she got. You know, I be in here jamming to a pouring sweat. You know, then I go take my spiritual shower and I go to sleep. I be sleeping like a baby. I think last night I stayed up because I was on TikTok a little bit, you know, watching people or something like that. I stayed up to 6. I stayed up. Thank you for the bros. I stayed up to 6 in the morning for some reason. You know, I danced first though, but then I stayed up to 6 in the morning. I was in here with my tool and everything, like, you know, just having fun. Like, I don't know why I was doing that, but I had my tool in my hand. I was like, hey. You know, that's like celebrating your ancestors. You know, your ancestors don't play. I'll never dance with my tool in my hand, but for some reason I'll dance with my tool in my hand, like, off of King Von. I played King Von, you know. So if you find yourself like you want to get up and dance, that's your ancestors celebrating. And also when I say you see this tree, and you see this tree like with their arms open, go right to the tree and just sit by it for 32 minutes. I heard 32. That's 5 changes. And then get grounded, you know, right there and get your uploads and then, you know, show them gratitude. Go say thank you, you know, by that tree. Get you some smoothies. So it's something about kale. Maybe that's what they like. Kale and some type of red fruit. Hard. It's hard on the outside and it got seeds on the inside. So I don't know which one that is, but make sure you find that and show gratitude. I mean, they beat a demon for you. That you got Ancestor Medusa, Marie LeBolden came out for you. You had Jeremiah and Oshun, and you had Marie LeBeau. You had, Mama Wata. You had everybody out here. I'm telling you, this must have been a hard demon. Like, nah, you ain't gonna self-sabotage my person. You know, not my, You're not gonna make them self-sabotage. Woo, they was out here fighting. Anyway, thanks for y'all memberships, and you know, I hope y'all get something out of this. And we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna try to switch it up every now and then for you. Whereas though we're gonna start doing a lot of tarot reads. But for some reason, I felt like I needed to do that. And why is it telling me to get a couple of these tarot cards? Okay. Let's go. I wish, 10 of cups. Rolling to the hood. All right, Kelly. See, it's so tough. Look at you in the middle with all your ancestors, a wish. So you get a wish. Woo, because you stayed calm. You did not seek revenge. What'd I tell you? You stayed calm. You did not seek revenge. Even though you knew people were throwing black magic. I know they was throwing at me. They was throwing at my teeth. I had beautiful straight teeth. Throwing it at my hair. Them motherfuckers was trying to tear me up. But I was like, okay, since you think I'm going to self-sabotage, watch this shit. There's other ways. My ancestors showing me other ways to do shit. Like, all right, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going to self-sabotage. I don't care what they think it is. You lift yourself up. What they thought. I don't know what they thought. They just don't want you to know your worth. They don't want you to know who you are. They know who you are before you know. Before you have your awakening. So it's a wish. That's why they told me to pull that. Because you stayed calm. And you had resilience. And now you're seeking a reward. Now you're about to get your rewards. Okay? It might be four rewards that's coming right now. It could come in different places. You sign up for a house. You still got that number. They still got that number, boo-boo. Like you thought you couldn't make a deal on the house. Oh, yeah. It's coming through, boo-boo. Whatever this is, you get all the rewards. You reap all those rewards because they kept you back. Whatever this is, with this magic. Oh, I'm so tired of talking about that magic. How? I get tired of talking about it. I get tired of the projections. Like if you're a light worker, them demons will put it on you. They doing black magic. Look at them lighting the candle. They just want you to feel like no protection around you. They want you to feel that physically, spiritually. They don't want you to have no type of protection. You listen to them people if you want to. There's plenty of people that, if candles so bad, why do they sell them? Why do they have scented candles for Christmas and all that other stuff? Like, these are people that don't want you to have physically, want to draw your family, friends, everybody away from you, and even your spiritual protection. And if you did not have, Marie Laveau, if you did not have that spiritual protection, that probably was your ancestors telling you, look, you need to do this, you need to like that, you need to like this herb, you need to do this, to clear your energy out, you need to do this, you need to take the spiritual bath, you need to reflect, you need to do this, you need to go in the dark night of the soul. They'll tell you when. If you being guided, it's telling you everything you need to do at a certain time because they know what they're doing hidden, which is the moon. They be knowing. You don't have, before you're awakening, you don't know that this is going on. But when you start getting in, and that's another reason why they mad at you, because like, who telling you, to protect yourself? Who telling you what to do? They get mad about that. And then they start talking shit about it, like, you don't need to light no candle. That's magic. No, that's white magic. There's a difference between dark magic and magic with the C and magic with the cat. They think since you don't know your worth and you don't know who you are and you're not awakened to who you are, you probably could have been a warrior back then and tore all these asses up. And they probably was like, we're going to weaken you this time for you not to know, send out illusions for you not to know so you won't whoop our ass this time. These are people reincarnated from your past. Use your past enemies. Plain and simple. And anyway, I love you. Thanks for all the gifts, y'all. And thanks for becoming a member. Yeah, it's a victory dance. Yes, Orisha Tribe. I know that's right. I'll be listening to Shango sometimes, his drums, his music sometimes. I listen to Skrilla, because Skrilla from Philly, he's deep into Orishas. If y'all never heard of him and you into Orishas, he's a Philly rapper. His name is Skrilla. Some people see him as a demon. People fear what they don't understand. It's nothing wrong with worshiping your ancestors. I don't understand. They came here before. They fought a war. They fought a battle. They got in a lot of shit because of who they are. They shed blood. Like, why the hell we can't worship? It's weird. I ain't even explaining. Yeah, I'm tired of all the magic. House of Roman Candles are, yeah, exactly. What do you think they for? White sage use. Yeah, they tell you not to use sage. These demons will tell you, don't you put on that sage, don't you light no sage. That sage ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, Skrilla. You gotta go look him up. He's from Philly. He's from like Kensington. You know what they call it, Zombieland? And he helped people out there. See what I'm saying? They'll look at the bad because he worships the answer, but you won't look how he helping all those people that's in Zombieland, that's on drugs. Y'all always look at the bad. That's why I'm paying no attention to y'all. The only person I pay attention to is divine. And if I ain't being guided by divine, and if I know somebody ain't being guided by divine, I ain't listening to you. If I know you're not being guided by divine, because ain't nobody gonna tell you not to protect yourself. That's weird. And you got to ask the question, why you don't want me to protect myself? Because what are you doing behind the scenes? You know, sending it. They be sending it. Like you see me, I still be getting attacked, but I still be on this motherfucker. My ancestors be finding a way. Like, okay, they attacked you, they did all that, they did the teeth magic, they did all that. Okay. Fine, boo-boo. But I could have got revenge. I could have went and hired a dark practitioner. I could have did that. I don't do stuff, and they know you're an empath. They know you ain't gonna do shit like that. So when they talking, they just doing projections of what they're doing on you. You know, and the thing is, my ancestor said I had a right to. That's the thing. When you get permission, like you can go handle your business if you need to. And I'm just being honest. And people say that's wicked. I ain't gonna do it. I'm still an empath at the end of the day. Oh yeah, I got caught up. Yeah, I did all that for jealousy, envy, whatever the fuck you did this shit for. You know, whatever, because I'm speaking up. You know, I'm pumping my fist. I'm not letting nobody like make me self-sabotage myself. I'm standing up for myself. Me alone against how many demons? Thousands of demons. Yeah, you did all that. But, you know, my ancestors, I have a right if I want to. You know, they told me afterwards, you got a right. But you know what I told my ancestors? And that's why my ancestors are going to show me mad grace and love and loyalty. You know, my ancestors said, Dad, you know what? You had every right, cause and effect, but you did not do it. Because like I told you, like I'm telling you, I'm being honest. If you know any Sagittarius, I'm honest and blunt. If I was to decide to do that, you're going to see that shit live and direct on my channel. And I would tell you what I'm doing. And I would tell you why I'm doing it. You know, I would tell you and give you receipts of why. I would show you receipts first, because it gotta be balanced out. You gotta know the reason why. I would have showed you receipts, which I already showed y'all on my channel since 7 years I've been on here. Mad receipts, exposure, you know. And once the thing happened with my ancestors in my car, you know, my aunt in my car, they said I had every right. I had every right to go overboard if I wanted to. But I did not do that. I did not go hire a dark prince, because if I did it, it would be right here, live and direct. I would show my collectors like, you'll be like, why you got that dark high priestess there? I will explain to you why. I will show you, you know, my receipts. I will expose first, and then we'll get to work. Because I'm not no liar. I'm not no thief. I don't be going out here lying. You know, I don't have to lie on nobody, especially people I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So I would have did that live and direct. I would have brought a high priestess to my home. I would have showed y'all that. But that's enough. You know what I told my ancestors? You know what? I'm going to just chuck that up too, because I've been chucking shit up. I've been chucking a lot of shit up. I've been chucking a lot of dope. It ain't no cause. It ain't no cause. Even though I wouldn't get karma for it, if the scales will still be weight, I'm good. I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all handle it, or, you know, divine handle it. I'm going to just let divine handle these people. Because that will show that, you know, even though my ancestors said you can, you know, whoever you know, I showed y'all basically who I had all in my bloodline, but they said you had every right to. They probably was even surprised, like, what? We gave you the go. Why you didn't do it? Because they ain't worth it. They're going to get their karma one way or another. And I'd rather when, you know, divine handle their ass. He can handle them a lot better. He, she, whatever y'all believe. I believe it's just a higher frequency, 144 frequency, light, a light barrier. That's what I believe. And that's why you gotta get yourself on the same frequency as divine. You know, that's what I believe. So it is what it is. Let them fly by nights. Just, you know, have aid somewhere else. You know, it is what it is. You got to the last demon, you didn't self-sabotage, you're good. Now all you gotta do now is party with your ancestors. Party like a rock star with your ancestors. I be in here partying. And if they got cameras in my house, these demons, they see it. They see I don't be worried about them. They'll see me laying there and they'll all of a sudden see me like, they'll be like, what the hell wrong with her? I just be like, start getting up out my bed like I be hearing them drums, and then I just turn on my songs. I got my little drink. I'll have to drink that rum because mucus, that pollen, you know, all up in my nose, and when I went outside, in my throat. So I try to clean it out with the vitamins and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy. You know, I did what I had to do, shave my hair all off, started all over again, reset on everything. And like I said, y'all be going to the dentist with me, you know, when I go get my new teeth, things like that. And you'll have a demon. No, you ain't. They'll start practicing that magic. No, you ain't. You ain't gonna get nothing fixed. You're gonna get that karma, whoever did it. So I ain't worried about you. Anyway, you know I love y'all. I be in here drumming. You should see me. I be performing like hell. I'm telling you. I ain't got no more I don't really drink like that. Like I'll wait, you know, I drink that rum because I really need to get that pollen out my lungs. I gotta get my lung cleanser back because I gotta order some more of that. I showed y'all that. Lung cleanser. The pollen is strong. But I had a Heineken, 1 can of Heineken. I had Blue Moon. I bought a case of Blue Moon, but I drank every like 3 days. You know, or something like that. Couple, something like that. And then it was only a 6-pack of Blue Moon. But I was like, it stayed there. Them cans stayed there for like a whole 2 weeks. Sitting over there. That rum is for my ancestors. I get my ancestors rum, you know, and I party with my ancestors. But that rum, I had to use that rum this time. They got their rum over there, but I had to use that rum this time, you know, cleanse that darn pollen out my own lungs. This is going to be strong this time. So y'all got allergies, get y'all some lung cleanser. And I'm going to tell you, like, drink honey. Like, take a tablespoon of honey before you go out if you're, you know, got reactions to, you know, pollen and things like that, allergies or asthma. I'm going to tell you, get you pure honey and take you a tablespoon, or keep your little bottle in your, if you got asthma, keep your little bottle in your pocketbook or in your car. So if you ever have an asthma attack, you put it on a napkin and you breathe the honey. And trust me, it works. But anyway, until later, you know I love you. And y'all keep on dancing, okay? All right. I've been trying to subscribe to all, I'm getting to all of y'all. I've been subscribing so I can co-support y'all on y'all channel. I've been subscribing. I've been trying every day to get, you know, subscribe to all y'all channels. You know, if you probably see me come on your channel, give you a heart, show you some love, something like that. I've been doing that. So each one teach one, you know. Yep, that's what it is. So if I didn't get to you subscribe to your channel yet, I'm getting there. Okay, I got to go to all of them. You know, I'm subscribing to your channels. So anyway, love ya.